And so we have to find this middle ground, an understanding of our duty to the law as God's people, to live obediently to his commands, yet to know the freedom that we have in Christ, that we may be the law-abiding free people who love the law and reject both legalism and license. Indeed, it is, in fact, obedience to the law which gives us freedom. I know it's counterintuitive, but increasingly, even from my own experience, the longer I've walked with the Lord and found joy in his statutes and obedience in his commands, the more freedom I have experienced. It's not the freedom to do whatever we want. Especially as Americans, we've come to this idea of liberty as the ultimate good, where we can do literally whatever we want. But that's not real freedom. Real freedom is freedom from the bondage of sin. It's freedom from a life defined by the negative consequences and repercussions of our sinful behavior. I think a helpful quote is Samuel Bolton. He's a Puritan writer. He says, "The law sends us to the gospel that we may be justified. And the gospel sends us to the law again to inquire what is our duty as those who are justified." Another thought might be that it is the keeping of the law which is the fulfilling of our purpose as the people of God. The keeping of the law is the fulfilling of our purpose as the people of God. And so therefore, in the Ten Commandments, this is not a list of do's and don'ts to restrict our personal freedoms, make us all poo-face. But I want them. Rather, they are instructions for living life, for living the abundant life which Christ came to give us. One preacher helpfully titles them Guidelines to Freedom, and we may well consider them instructions from a loving Father. This Father looking at us, saying to us, "My child, this is how you are to live, so that you will be safe and protected and free. This is how you be the kind of Christian I want you to be." If I may say one more thing about the Old Testament and New Testament stuff. We'll often hear that Jesus gave 2 commands, so that's all I need to worry about. First of all, that's actually not correct. But what he did say is that these 2 commands, love the Lord your God and love your neighbor, are what all the law and the prophets hinge on. And so, brothers and sisters, our challenge then is to ask how. How do I love the Lord my God, and how do I love my neighbor as myself? And the answer then is found in the 10 Commandments, which themselves summarize the whole law. The first 4, Commandment 1 through 4, define what it means to love the Lord your God, and they give us practical, actionable ways in which we do that. And then the final 6 summarize how we love our neighbor. In the same way, they give us actual, practical, doable guidance.